Greetings and welcome everyone to Wrack. Wrack is a first-person shooter in the style of Doom, Quake, and Rise of the Triad that recently released on Steam Early Access. You can purchase it right now for $15, and it's currently got, it's basically all done, I think. It's got achievements and all that, and they're just mostly updating it with story and all that other nonsense that we don't care about. So let's get to playing the game. So now, if you've ever played Doom or Rise of the Triad, then this will be pretty familiar in terms of how it plays, because it reminds me a lot of that. Actually, it reminds me more of Rise of the Triad than Doom, because, well, there's this bullshit right here. What is this? Is this a story? Who the hell cares about story in old school first-person shooters? Answer: no one. Rise of the Triad was rubbish because they actually had a story and no one cared about it. And this game is actually a lot like Rise of the Triad, actually. It seems like they were really inspired by Rise of the Triad, because if you look in the top left, you'll see there's a picture of my face, well, not my face, but the character's face, who happens to be a ginger, and it's got ×5 next to it. And the reason why that's got a ×5 next to it is because it's his life counter. That's right, a life counter. And much like Rise of the Triad, which also had a life counter, there's a quick save option. So it's just like, what is even going on? So the point of a life is just like, what's even the point when there's quick save? And it's like, it makes no sense. It's exactly like Rise of the Triad. They've got features which are completely pointless because, you know, the quick save is fine. We don't need lives, and in fact, I think it'd be best just to get rid of the lives. You can even like find one-ups hidden around the levels. So like, in Rise of the Triad, you also had like, you know, secrets you could find and stuff, and occasionally they'd be one-ups. And much like Rise of the Triad, this has one-ups as well. It's like, what am I playing? Mario? This ain't Mario. This is Wrack. So I find that really odd, but you know, that's fine, I guess. Whatever. It's not normal, so they might as well just get rid of it, since it's probably not going to get used at all, because, you know, you can abuse the quick saves and quick loads and all that. But whatever. Now onto the art style. The art style is actually kind of interesting. Now, if you've ever played the game 13, this should look very familiar, or maybe Borderlands or 13. It should look rather familiar to you because it's got that same sort of black outline art style. I believe it's called cell shading or something like that, and it looks pretty good. Now, I really do think this art style actually complements the game design really well, because it's a very fast game that doesn't seem to take itself too seriously. I've completely skipped the majority of the story, so if it takes itself seriously in terms of story, then it can just go fuck itself, I guess. But in terms of the actual gameplay and how you move, it is very well. It suits it, because it's a fast game where you shoot lots of robots, you have a sword that you can swing at people, and like you can swing your sword at giant robots, and it's like, that's awesome and so cartoony. And this cartoony art style actually reflects that, and I like that. Something else that I absolutely love. Oh my god, look at that. Do you see that? Did you see what that was? That was the projectile that they were sending towards me. I had the chance to avoid that. Oh my god. It has been so long since someone made a first-person shooter in the classic old style where they actually understand the fact that you need to be able to avoid bullets. The main reason why you have this fast movement is so that you can avoid bullets, not so you can just move fast. There are so many games like Serious Sam and Rise of the Triad which just implement Rise of the Triad, the new one, by the way. This is going to get confusing because I'm also talking about Rise of the Triad, the 1994 release, and Rise of the Triad, the 2013 release. So I'll specify what I'm talking about in the future. So Serious Sam 3 and Rise of the Triad 2013, they both have that same problem where they're like, oh, we'll make you move fast, sure, but we're going to make all the enemies shoot hit-scan weapons. And it's like, no, that's a horrible idea. What are you doing? Because hit-scan weapons are complete rubbish, because there's no chance to avoid, there's no skill in it, it's just all dumb luck when it comes to avoiding them, and like, it incentivizes taking cover than actually running into the field to try and kill people, because the hit-scan weapons are instantaneous, so you don't have a chance at all to avoid them. So your best bet is to take cover and wait for them to stop shooting and then pop out. So it turns it into a pop and stop, and that's that's completely the opposite of what you want in a first-person shooter. That's all about fast movement. It's so stupid, but in this game you actually can avoid bullets. What a novel concept. Oh dear. So yeah, I really do like that. That is a really good thing I like about that game. The developers obviously seem to have quite a decent understanding about how the old school style of gameplay works, because it actually is, you know, sort of playable. Something that I don't like so much are the environments. Now, they seem to have taken a page out of Quake 2's design for their levels and just made it all these random factories that are completely uninspiring and all look really green. So not a big fan of that. Like, for such a cartoony art style that would really work with emphasizing colors and would make everything pop, there really isn't all that much here in terms of color. It's very subdued in terms of like color. Like, there's lots of grays, very little greens. There's blues, which contrast nicely against the greens as far as the enemies are concerned, but there's really not that much else there. I would like maybe if in the later levels they change it up a bit, maybe make the enemies a bit more aggressive or something like that. I'm not 100% sure what they could do, but that'd be cool. So yeah, maybe in a bit more different environments as well. So change the color in the world, you know, instead of doing the Quake 2 style of level design where everything is a green factory, actually, you know, add some more things to it. Can I just shoot that? No, I can't. That would have been cool if I could have activated it by shooting it. But, oh well. Hello. This one seems to be a purple one, so he's a higher... he can take more damage. What's that? Secret! That wasn't much of a secret, considering it was right out in the open, but whatever, whatever. Right, what did we activate? I'm not 100% sure. Is there a map? No, there's no map. Okay, so I don't like that. I would like a map. Now, if you've ever played, say, some of the old school shooters like Doom, or Wolfenstein, or Duke Nukem, or Shadow Warrior, then you'll know you can activate a map. And it's a bit weird that they don't actually have that in here. Although it is early access, I should what the hell? What happened there? Okay, no, mate, let's go up. That was weird. Although I should mention that it is early access, so maybe it will be added later on in the game. So that is a possibility, I guess. So maybe developers, if you're watching this, could you please add a map? That would be absolutely wonderful, because the whole, you know, sections being, you know, having to find certain sections and keys and keycards, it can get a bit annoying without a map to try and find where you're going, because, you know, that's what I would do in Doom. I'd be like, where do I need to go? Oh, look at the map. That's, you know, that's what it's there for. A map is there to help you find out where to go. And so when you're, and like, you know, first-person shooters of the old had you exploring a lot, so that map was really useful. And when you take it away, it just feels a bit, well, it feels a bit weird not having that. So it's just a bit odd. Now, there is a score system to this game as well. I believe if you kill enough people, you can get more points and stuff like that, and it's for your end of score level or something like that anyway. And it's pretty interesting. So you get more points for chaining kills and not getting hit. So there is an emphasis on avoiding damage as well as killing a lot of people. So that's really good. See, because a lot of the problems I had in like some old school shooters is that a lot of the time it was more like you could just avoid all the damage, which, not avoid all the damage, sorry, but avoid all the enemies and not hit any of them, and you could do that, and there was no real incentive to shoot a lot of the enemies, especially in some of the later levels where it gets really difficult. You're like, no, I'm just going to run past everyone. So I would do that, but there actually is incentive here to shoot the enemies, so that's good. So you want to shoot them all. The gunplay is actually pretty good. Now, the crosshair is really small, and there doesn't seem to be something... Oh, okay, so it doesn't look like there's actually any sort of travel time on these first few weapons, which is really good, because you always... How is that a secret? Oh, come on, game, that's just rubbish. That was right out in the open. Okay, that is the opposite of a secret. It is open up for everyone, and I just had to jump on it. Really? Not a secret, mate. Not a secret. This game actually has the same problem Serious Sam 3 has, where you'll find a random item hidden right out in the open, completely obvious, and it's like, you found a secret, congratulations. It's like, how is that a secret? Oh. But oh well. It gives me extra points, so I probably shouldn't be complaining too much, but oh well, I am, anyway. Yeah, so, secret's not good like that. What was I talking about before that? Gunplay? No. Yes, gunplay. Yeah, there's no projectiles when it comes to your newer, smaller weapons, so that's good. Although I have played a little bit more, and you actually do get an assault rifle sort of thing. No, it's like a laser. It's some sort of like pulse rifle thing, and what you get is it's really powerful, but it actually has a travel time, and so that's actually kind of interesting because they've sort of done a pretty cool thing where they've actually nerfed it because it's got a lot of power, and I'm okay with that. You know, Doom did it as well with the oh crap, the laser. I forget what it's actually called, but it had the coolest reload animation ever. I forget what weapon Doom did it with, but yeah, Doom did it as well. So I'll let it pass this time, but don't let it happen again, mate. I'm joking. No ammo for my pistol. Rubbish. Alright, gotta be careful here because there's lava down there, and lava is an instant kill. So if I touch lava at all, dead. Oh, come on. No, all out of ammo. Now I need... Ah, rubbish. Okay. Now, the movement is actually really good. The levels are pretty wide open, so the fast movement speed isn't that much of a hindrance. Now, Rise of the Triad 2013, for example, had this awful problem where you would move really, really, really quickly, and you'd move... And there was no option to try and slow down. There was no run button. You were always running, which is annoying because you know, Doom had a run button. You could always turn it on, sure, but you had the option of just turning it off and walking, and then, you know, alternating between running and not. And I would rather that. And so when Rise of the Triad 2013 came out and it was always running all the time, it was like, this is a bit much, mate. And I think this game, while it doesn't have a run button, or sorry, yeah, it doesn't actually seem to have like a run button or anything like that. Let's see, control settings maybe? Doesn't actually seem to have any of that. Oh yeah, so it doesn't seem to have a run button. So even though you are always essentially running, I do think the movement speed is a lot more tame in comparison to Rise of the Triad 2013, so it's not as bad. The level design is also really wide open, so you don't have that problem where you're bumping into everything. So that is also something that's good, because, well, bumping into stuff and just going, is no fun. So that is another good thing. Although I would enjoy, like, some button to maybe not move as quickly. Maybe hold down shift and you'll start walking. That would be cool. I'd be down with that. Mostly because, well, sometimes I like to take it a bit slow around these areas. Like, if you try to, like, edge your way around lava in certain times, like, you may accidentally fall in there. And, you know, you might want to take it safe and, you know, walk instead of just, you know, run right over it, because you're not too much of a rebel. So it would be nice just to have that option. I mean, it's an option, so it's not like it's going to destroy people who want fast action. It's just an option for those who would like to maybe occasionally take it slow. And I think that would be nice. So if developers, if you're watching this again, I would like it if you could add that. Thank you. This way? No, we started here, that's right. Alright, let's carry on. Right, now where were we heading to here? I forget. Oh, there's no... Well, we haven't fought these enemies yet, so I guess this is where we're going. Score! 10,000. Nice. Alright, get out of there. So you got a secret over here? Nope, there's no... Can't even activate the door or anything like that. Okay. Aha! Here it is. The pulsar. This is what I was talking about. There's this little weapon here, which is actually projectile-based. Where is the enemy? Oh, there they are. Yeah, this is projectile based, so it does have a arc to it. So you see if you fire it, actually does have a massive drop off, which is really insane. It like drops off instantly, jeez. Yeah, but it's also really powerful and has a high rate of fire, so that's the downside to it. So they balanced it like that. High rate of fire, but it has a incredible drop off, and it also does quite a bit of damage, and it's really fast. So that's how they balanced it. Oh, get out of here. I prefer the shotgun. There we go. Very nice. We did it all. How many kills did we get? Oh, 203 out of 211? I thought I got everyone. No. Jeez. Oh, I got 1337. Sweet. I am LEET, or 1337 Leet, yo. To win in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, pick Wesker and put him last on your team. Okay. Okay. That's, okay, right. Sorry, what? Did I just... Have I gone insane? No, seriously, have I gone insane? Or did they just tell me how to play in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom? Oh, this game. That's actually pretty cute. That's actually pretty cute. Anyway, yeah, so you can pick this game up right now on Steam Early Access for $15. That's Australian. It's not ready yet. They are still messing about with stuff. It's not 100% feature complete, but it's really playable right now. So yeah, give it a shot if you want, or you know, wait for a sale, I guess. All right, so yeah. On that note, thank you for sticking around, everyone. I hope you enjoyed my first impressions of Wrack, and yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Enjoy the art. Oh, music. Not a big fan of the music though. The music seems to have this weird repeating beat sort of thing where it goes do 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 do, and then it's the end. Anyway, on that note, thank you for sticking around, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it, and GG.